What's up, guys? If you are into music reaction channels that are honest, raw, and authentic, look no further. You found your destination. It is the Tazzz and Philly Show. Welcome to our journey.
And make sure that you subscribe below and enjoy the show.
What is good, you sexy son of a guns? It is your boy Philly. That thing is Tazzz. It is the Tazzz and Philly Show, and we are back with another reaction video. Guys, welcome back. Hog Nation, welcome back. Hangover Gang, welcome back. We are going down the MacDonald rabbit hole once again. Subscriber request, a song we have not reacted to yet. A song that I understand is a little bit controversial. I know a song that got some people talking when it was released a few years ago. So I'm very interested in listening to this with Tazzz because obviously being two different races, I mean, this song is definitely speaks to, at least he talks about race in this song from what I understand. So it should be interesting to get a little bit of a, I don't know, I guess a point of view from both sides. I think that'll be unique and it'll be interesting. So I don't think you've seen this before, right? If I remember correctly. So any initial thoughts? I really don't know even what to, I'm not sure how to bring this because I don't really know either. I just know that there was some controversial nature to this.
No, I don't know what it's about, or I don't want to presume or assume or whatever. So this particular time, I'll just wait for the video to explain it to me.
Well,
I don't know anything about it.
That sounds like a good idea. Well, I guess that's what we'll do then. I mean, there's nothing else to talk about really until, well, we'll have a lot to talk about afterward probably. But here we go. It is MacDonald. It is Whiteboy. Thank you again to the subscribers. HOG Nation, thank you again. Hangover Gang, we appreciate you guys. And let us know what songs we should be reacting to. I mean, we got a bunch of them, but keep them coming. Thank you guys so much. Let's go, bro.
I cannot feel guilty for that I didn't do, but I can understand the reasons why you think that I should. Yeah, I'm white, but I never put your neck in no noose, and I never burnt a cross or hid my face with a hood. You can't just label me racist cause I'm related to people who did some terrible way back before I was alive. My parents brought me up to treat everyone as an equal. I refuse to feel ashamed cause of my pretty blue eyes. A Nazi, white supremacist, anyone who labels me as that because of my family genetics. The hatred for Caucasians is so pathetic. Go be proud that you're black, but don't hate me for some credit. I'm not the white devil, neo-Nazi, cop trying to pull the trigger. You can call me what you want, but I'd still never say the white race as a whole ain't the enemy. There's racist white people, but we're far from that collectively.
White boy, don't say that. White boy, oh you so bad. White boy, you wish you were black. White boy, dear white boy.
White boy, white noise. I can't say it with my white voice. White boys, white lies. Don't tell me how to see it through my white eyes.
If a black man is sipping on some cognac sitting next to me, I don't assume that every black's favorite drink is Hennessy. I don't dislike Tanisha cause her first name isn't Stephanie. Not only is that wrong, it's a waste of energy. Ivory or ebony, 45 or 17, we all bleed the same. Martin Luther King or Kennedy. They're angry, I'm reciting the facts. He's white and he raps, he stole the culture right from the blacks. Okay, he's fire, but we lit the flame, he's siphoning gas. So this corny little honky man, the whitey is whack. You letting history perpetuate the hatred within, and then you paint me with the brush you painted slave owners with. Yeah.
White boy, don't say that. White boy, oh you so bad. White boy, you wish you were black. White boy, dear white boy.
White boy, white noise. I can't say it with my white voice. White boys, white lies. Don't tell me how to see it through my white eyes.
I got a mother, a father, a sister, an auntie, an uncle, and a grandma that I picture when you're openly hating. And God willing, one day I'll have a kid of my own. I refuse to let you blindly hate my wife and my baby, so go ahead and hate the racists. I pray for their extinction. If you wanna hate the white people, just make the distinction between the ones who want the best for everyone regardless, and the ones who build the system just to smother you with hardship. Stop before you say it, I know what you've been thinking. How's a straight white male in 2018? You're making me the villain by demonizing my race for things I didn't do and decisions I didn't make. No one that I call a friend has ever owned a slave, and neither did our dads or our dads' dads. Sakes acknowledging atrocities were wrongly committed is all that I can offer while I'm wrongly convicted. I would never hate a man for what God gave him in pigments, and I would never plot against him just because he is different. I would never judge a human for the cards he was given, or call him lesser than myself because of the race that he's mixed with. White people that you hate aren't your neighbors or lawyers. They're the Rockefellers, Rothschilds, Bushes, and Royals. They're the people who monopolized the water and oil and injected your communities with drugs that they spoiled. Got no patience for Nazis, I think they're better off dead. They're fighting hatred with hatred, making the hate more intense. I don't want nothing to do with either side of the fence, so don't blindly attack me for wearing braids on my head. Hate the people who believe you put yourselves in the ghetto. Hate the ones who teach their children you ain't cause they said so. Hate the ones who think you're all the same and judge you profusely cause the way that you're portrayed on our news and in movies. Being white and being racist aren't the same, man, I promise. No, it's hard to tell the difference if I'm just being honest. I deserve the chance to show you I'm not part of the problem, and you owe it to yourselves. We got so much in common.
White boy, don't say that. White boy, oh you so bad. White boy, you wish you were black. White boy, dear white boy.
White boy, white noise. I can't say it with my white voice. White boys, white lies. Don't tell me how to see it through my white eyes.
White boy, don't say that. White boy, oh you so bad. White boy, you wish you were black. White boy, dear white boy.
Damn. Okay, well, I mean, I'd like to hear your thoughts. What do you got for that, man? That's obviously a pretty powerful song, delivered pretty interestingly, for sure. What do you got?
Yeah, things like this are always difficult for me to just talk about. First, let me just say that since I have ears and I listen, I'm not sure why people were lashing out at Tom. I guess the people who were lashing out at Tom were the ones who were causing the problems, because I can distinctly hear him talking about, do not condemn us all. We're not like, from the problems that like some people are causing you does not mean that the whole white race is causing the problems. Don't condemn him and his mom and his dad and his unborn child. Not just him, but in general.
Yeah.
And the people you may think are corrupt or bad or whatever is not who you always think it is. It doesn't have to be the person down the street. It could be somebody of power or whatever like that. So I heard what he was saying. I listened to what he was saying. And he's absolutely right. And that goes both ways. I mean, no race should condemn the entire another race because of something that somebody in that race has done.
Sure.
Nobody's born as a clone. We're like, or we're like cyborgs, and we all like have one mind. Or even if it's within your family, just because your great 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 granddaddy did some shit doesn't mean that it's this DNA traveled and got hereditary all the way to you, and you have the same situation. So it's something that unfortunately I don't think is ever going to change. It has changed a lot though since back in the olden days, but I don't think it'll ever go away. So it's just a sensitive subject, but I mean I applaud Tom for making a song about it. Watching the video was hard for me just because like when they were like throwing things at the students, particularly the black eye, that's still hard to take because you know but I can still appreciate and separate the two. So like I've never been somebody to stereotype. I've had people in my life that have pissed me off or done dirty to me, but I never condemned their whole race or sex or gender or whatever, and people should do that, Be mad at the particular person that did that to you or whatever, but not blame their whole family and their unborn. So yeah, anyway, that was it was interesting. It's not a song that I would play frequently,
Sure.
but it did its thing. It made its point. It took a stance, uh, and that's what matters. You don't need a point of view drilled in your head all the time. So me hearing it this one time, I got it. I appreciated it. I don't know the next time I'll hear it again, if ever, but that's nothing against Tom at all. That's just that, certain subjects you don't want to like relive and think about what's still going on in the world or whatever. What do you say, Philly?
Well, I mean, I definitely think it was kind of a ballsy song to make. I agree with you. I mean, I think, I understand why some say it was edgy or controversial or whatever, but I think he took a graceful approach and he just explained it from a standpoint of, just like you said, like, just because I'm white, it doesn't mean that I'm a racist. I didn't do any of those things. I didn't own slaves, and my father and my grandfather. It's like, yeah, I mean, yeah, there's probably a heritage that goes back in my bloodline. God knows how many years ago. Maybe that is what happened. That's got nothing to do with me, though. And because of that, if that did happen, not to condone me because of it. And like you said, it works both ways. I mean, the song is touchy. It's a little edgy. I feel like he attacked it as gracefully as you possibly could, explained it pretty well, I think. Um, but I thought, it's interesting too because we can get two different perspectives. Obviously, we're two different races, so this is what it kind of talked about, right? I mean,
Yeah.
I can't ever fully understand what you go through every single day. As long as I've known you, I mean, we know a lot about each other, but I can't live your life and how other people might see you or view you, just like other way around. And it's like, I don't know. It's a wild world, but I feel like at the same time that song is very. I mean, it doesn't matter when you listen to it. That song's from 2018. Sure, that wasn't that long ago, but it still holds very true today. I mean, I think that song will hold true for God knows how long, maybe forever. So I thought it was well done. I mean, like you said, I'm not going out of my way to listen to it again, but I think the song itself was well done. I think the video helped display the message he was trying to get across. I thought his lyrics were powerful, and for the most part, I thought the song was well done. I mean, I liked it.
Definitely.
Anything else you want to add? I don't really else know who else to go with it, to be honest with you.
No, I mean, I said the main thing. I mean, I think when people are either in fear of the truth or they just want to deny it, they lash out. And I think that's what the naysayers and the haters did with Tom. Like instead of taking the time to listen to the point he was making, they just instantly just saw red like a charging bull and then just
Right.
attacked him. And that's not the right approach. Like we can't always walk on eggshells around people to make a valid point. Like not everything that you need to hear is puppies and roses. Sometimes you got to hear the hardcore truth, and the hardcore truth is like, stop blaming me. Is innocent until proven guilty. You just made everybody guilty for something that happened to you by one, or whatever the case may be. So those situations are not cool, no matter how would you cut it. And put yourself in their shoes. If someone came at you or one of your loved ones for no reason other than you're similar to somebody that hurt that other person, what's right about that? And again, I say we're not all clones. We may look alike in many ways. We may all bleed the same, but we're not the same mind. We all think differently. Somebody in your family could be the most loving person in the world, and then one of their relatives could not. But obviously, that doesn't make all of them um, bad.
Sure.
So, hopefully things will change and keep changing and keep changing. One thing that we can definitely do is if we start teaching and educating our children about these things and loving people and not assuming or automatically making somebody bad, then as it trickles through and the older generations weed off and we get the newer generation, then that way it can just start to clean the waters, so to speak, and get better. But if everything's being passed down and whispered into the next generation's ears and they believe it and they don't do their own research and it keeps passing on, then where the hell are we going to go from there? I hope that makes sense. It made sense as I was saying it. But
Yeah,
that's all I got.
yeah. I mean, I think that was all poignant on. I feel everything you were saying. As far as the song is concerned, I think when you spoke to a little bit of why it was maybe it was not controversial, or people might have taken it out of context. Like if you just listen to the title of the song and you don't really pay attention to what he's saying, maybe you could just have assumptions that some white guy's with braids and has this song called Whiteboy that he's racist. But like, if you really listen to the message, I mean, I don't know how you could come away with that message. I think it was the anti that actually. It was pretty much speaking out against it. So, I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, it was a ballsy song to make. I don't, it's edgy. I go to the point of, I'm not sure if something like that gets released if he's mainstream on a label. I really don't think that song gets made. So I give him a lot of credit for going that direction and sending a pretty positive message in my opinion. So I enjoyed it. I don't have a whole lot more to say other than thank you for the request. I know there's another song that I think he's in with Adam Calhoun that's called White Boys, maybe. I don't know if it has anything at all to do with this or if it's something just completely different, but I'm sure we'll get into something like that a little bit later as well. But thank you again to all the subscribers. As I always say, you could be anywhere in the world. We have to actually rate this before I get into that. So do you want to rate it real quick? I haven't screwed that up. We can rate it now.
He's younger than me, but old brain.
Old brain. What are you going to do? We can rate it. So here we go. We're going to rate the song. Answer, pass, 2 rating system for anybody that's never been through our channel before. It's very simple. If we like it, we give a thumbs up. We pass it. If it's an ass, we give it a thumbs down. And basically, Tazzz will count to 3. I'll break out the drumsticks. I'm a world-renowned drummer. And I give a little drum roll. And then we rate the song. So are you ready to count to 3? Can you do it?
I'm ready.
You sure?
I think I can. I'm pretty sure I can.
All right. You let me know when you're ready.
I'm ready.
All right. Let's go.
Ready. 1, 2, 3.
Ding, 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 ding. Look at that. Look at that. 2 races unite on the same song, huh?
Yeah, how do we do that? Where are you?
Dude, like that. Yeah. White man and brown man, they reunite, man. Yeah. See how we do that?
So tell all the wonderful people goodbye now.
All right, guys. Thanks a lot for joining us tonight. It's been a lot of fun. Songs have been great, and we really appreciate you guys for being with us. Like I've been trying to say for a while now, you could be anywhere in the world right now at any given. Right now, you can be doing anything, and you chose some time to spend with us. About 17 minutes as we went over this song, and we thank you guys for doing that. So I am Philly. That is Tazzz. It is the Tazzz and Philly show, and we'll see you guys soon. Peace.
Take it easy and keep it breezy.